I call the type of music I make concoction music, because to say I make Afro pop would be like an oversimplification of what I do. You know, saying I'm just this, it feels like an oversimplification of what I am.
It's all right. The boy is really confident in himself, and we are very proud of that. All right, you guys are highly welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome, and if you're old, you're super welcome. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, the time is now for you to subscribe. Please subscribe, like, and share this video, and leave your comments below. It's Big Brother Naija season 7, and I'm going to be telling you about the housemate one after the other. So yeah, we're going to be talking about one of the housemates in the house, Bryann, with his social media name Bryann Only. Yes, you guys, Bryann has been in the limelight for as long as time knows. Since the year 2017, he started coming up, showing up himself in the musical industry, and so he's not a new face on fame because his account on Instagram has already been verified. So over the years, Bryann was asked some certain questions, how he ventured into music and how he came about his musical career. But first off, let's tell you a little bit about Bryann's life. Yes, you guys, Bryann is from a family of 4: himself, his younger sister, his mother, and father. He was born on the 28th of October in the year 2000. Yes, so by 28th of October this year, Bryann will be 23. Right now he is 22. And so you guys, a young talented artist released his very first music on February 26th. The Festac born artist released his first single called Longe, a term he coined to encompass the phonetic dance his rhythm induced on the Ileke EP. Ileke EP is also his song. Supported by Sparks, the foremost producer who worked with Tiwa Savage, Terms, and even Oxlade. Bryann is at the forefront of a new wave of Nigerian artists. It was while studying at Babcock University that the 22-year-old singer-songwriter decided to embark on a music career, and he enjoyed early success in music. Bryann wrote poetry during his teenage years and formed a bond with Brandy R&B sounds. He has also cited Wandikol, VDX Kettle, and Angelique Kiddo as inspiration. Longe is the first single of Ileke, an EP that features Black Book and Grammy-nominated producer KLP. Yes, in an interview with Bryann, he said a whole lot about himself, and we're going to be reading all of that here.
So, but like in the industry where I am, like music, a bag is a bag. If you pay me 1 M for this thing, you pay me 1 M for that thing. As far as the circle of it is like in music, is a bag.
So Bryann, after being asked when he started his musical career, he stated that he started his musical career in 2017. And before then, he had always been in love with music and had always covered people's songs within his confines. And also, he was asked if he found any difficulties that come with success at such a young age, and lots more other questions. He said success is relative. Right now, I set goals for myself. My short-term goal is to get my brand out there. The type of music I create is concussion music because it is mixture of so many things. I am inspired by juju, highlights, descent, dance hall, and Afrobeat, especially world music, R&B, and souls. So you heard him from the beginning of the interview where he said his music is concoction, and he cannot say he is an R&B or just Afrobeat singer because he would be diminishing himself by saying that. I love the confidence of this very young guy, Bryann. Yeah, and he looks so exposed, and looking at the school he came from, which is Babcock, you should know that he has a very wonderful foundation. And now let's go more into what he said in an interview with different radio stations before the Big Brother night. So Bryann's first song, which is Ileke, an EP he just released last year, he said Ileke is a Yoruba term for waist beat, and making this tape I wanted to object to signify my infatuation. When I made this, I had a flange going on, and I thought it was going to be long term. I got inspired by that time in my life. The EP is very sensual. I talk about love and going out and catching a vibe. So he had some issues and decided to talk about the waist beats, because the beats are always on your waist and any fragile move can cut them off, and while they're on your waist they can easily make noise in the process. So he gets the understanding more, so he can relate more to it. He said he had an issue at the time he released the song, and that he related it to the waist beat of a woman, and he wanted to go out and have fun, probably, as young as he is. Can you imagine what he's thinking? So part of that EP had another song in it which was called Longe. So now he was asked what was his inspiration behind Longe, and he said Longe means catch a vibe. I made the word up. You won't find it in any dictionary. It's not a part of any language. The song is meant to make you dance. It's an infection record. The song starts off with me focusing on my lady, and as the song progresses, I get multiple people to catch the vibe. I like to move. Wow. And with the above stated, we finally discovered that Bryann was born to be in the spotlight. This became increasingly clear as a 22-year-old Nigerian artist relays stories from his childhood, always with himself as the entertainer. I was a lead singer in the school band. I would write songs for the graduating class and was also a dancer. I became popular for dancing in high school, he recalls fondly. So you guys, you can imagine that someone whom has started singing and has started doing things for his classmate right from time, you should know that he was really born for fame. And now being in the Big Brother Naija house goes a long way to clarify to the world that this is a boy that has been born for fame and to be in the spotlight and the eyes of every one of us, and that is the path he is going through now. Let's know more about this young handsome boy, Bryann only. Other question that people want to ask: how did Bryann come into music? Yes, according to what Bryann said, he said he had always loved music. He has always been musically inclined. He was in the choir. He led as a singer in school band, and he wrote songs and almost everybody around him. He was also a very good dancer in school, and he performed in almost every graduating activity he did. He did public speaking, and he decided and wanted to do more about music in 2017. This is so beautiful about this young, talented, handsome young man. Although prior to 2017, where he officially started his musical career, he started experimenting it in 2015. You know, when you've been seeing yourself doing things, you write things and they come to play, they come out beautifully. And he's always been a lover of music. He decided to implement the act in 2015 to see what will come out of it. And eventually in 2017, it became fruitful. And according to what Bryann said, he said it wasn't easy for him to meet the celebrities he used in the song, the Longi and the Ileke, like the likes of Sparks and the other ones. It was very, very difficult for him, but he was anxious and eager to meet with Sparks. He made sure he made it known to everyone that came close to him that I really want to meet this musician. If you want to get to the top, you have to strive to meet people that are on that line to the top. From there, they will connect you to the highest line, and that was what Bryann did, which was very brilliant as his name sound of him. Bryann also said he dreams to make a collabo with Wande Cole. Yes, that he's one of his favorite musicians here in Nigeria, and he would love to get Asa on a record. Internationally, he would love to be on the record with Frank Oceans and Drake, and also get a Drake on a song that is it's Brove. Drake music played a big part in my adolescent years. According to him, that Drake's song played a very mighty part in his adolescent age, and he really loved to make a song with Drake. You guys, Big Brother just gave him an opportunity. With this opportunity, I'm sure he will get there because his music is really nice. You're going to be listening to one of the songs in this video. And also, he was asked who inspired him to go into music. He said it was Wande Cole, Asa, Wizkid, and Burna Boys were the one that really, really inspired him and made him want to go into music. And I'm sure most of you that are Wizkid and Burna Boy's fan, you guys are proud of him right now, Sha. Okay, he already said it. So those are the people that really inspired him and made him want to go into music full time. Bryann also said he would want to achieve great things in his musical career. According to him, that right now I want to share my music with as many people as possible. I want to increase my brand and take my fans with me on artistic journey. And also, Bryann planned to make social media a clubhouse for himself on Twitter, IG, and other platforms. And you guys, Big Brother has given him a bigger platform to make it a clubhouse. So his dreams are officially coming to pass. You would want to know what he actually studied in school. Yes, Bryann actually studied computer science in Babcock University. So he is cool, he is learned, and he is knowledgeable. So to see him in that house, he deserved to be there. So you guys listen to some of his songs that he created on TikTok and some other social media handles. And please subscribe as we move on to the next gist.
So first, I'm in your right ear. Take your pant off, take your pant off, take your pant off, my jeton. And second, I'm in your left ear. Take your pant off, take your pant off, take your pant off, my jeton. And now I'm gonna travel through both ears. Take your pant off, take your pant off, take your pant off, my jeton.